What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are back with some more NBA plays of the day. We got a nice NBA slate today. We're going to go over the games as well as some player props. Before we do that, we got to do what we always do. We always pick a winner from the previous day to win a free month of VIP. So you guys know how I do it. If this video gets 250 likes, I will randomly select a comment from the comments to win a free month of VIP. So drop a like. Leave a comment in the video for your chance at free VIP. We did sweep the free picks yesterday. And make sure you guys are subscribed, because you do have to be a subscriber to win free VIP. So the winner from yesterday's video is going to be for Black Mamba 34. Said, let's make some bread today. So Black Mamba, send me a message on Discord. I will get you added for that free month. I'm pretty sure you won a few days ago, actually. So 2 wins and with less than a week and a half. That's pretty dang lucky, man. Maybe you should play a big parlay or something. But anyways, message me on Discord. I'll get you added for that free month. And I do appreciate the love and support from every single one of you guys. Taking a look at our picks from yesterday, the bet tracker. We were up $440 yesterday on the money lines. Now, these are the money lines I played. $440. I don't have the total profits set up just yet, because I want to do this live on video whenever I make the bankroll management video tonight or tomorrow. So I am going to wait and show you guys how to set this up as well. This bankroll tracker will be in the video this week that I'm posting. You'll know when you see it. It'll be a bankroll management video. I'm going to teach you guys pretty much all the little secrets about building bankroll, whether you have a $50 bankroll, $500 bankroll, or $5,000 plus. I'm going to set this into 3 different sections. If you're in those sections, I'm going to teach you different ways to where you can establish yourself with small or large bankrolls. So 440 yesterday, nice little profit day. The 4 bets I personally placed were right here. I had Hawks money line, Jazz money line, Suns money line, and Magic money line. So almost swept the board. Had half a unit on the Magic, and I will pull this up on the Discord so you guys can see the plays that I posted right here. Pull up my Discord. This is where I started posting. This is college basketball my dad posted. I didn't tell college. I haven't been playing much college lately. He kills college the majority of the time. Not sure how it ended yesterday, but anyways. Hawks, Jazz, right here. I posted them. 1 unit, 1 unit. Next one, Suns, Magic. 1 unit, 0.5 units. So you guys can see everything is legitimate, how it was going. Cash this. My dad cashed one of his college, and then I cashed the Phoenix. So that's how I do things. That's how we did things yesterday. So Hawks money line cashed me out for 210, Jazz for 177, Suns for 177. Magic money line, I locked in the Magic at plus 311 odds. I locked them in whenever OKC had like their entire starting 5 questionable. And in my head, at least a couple of people were going to sit because they were playing the Spurs tonight. And I thought they might rest most of their starters to try to get revenge on the Spurs, potentially. That did not happen. Every single starter that was questionable last night ended up playing, which destroyed my Magic odds anyway. The Magic went up to like plus 500 from plus 300, so I got crap odds, and they got blown out. So that was a terrible bet. I should have waited 30 more minutes. But I'm telling you, when I locked this in, it was like 6:45. So it was pretty late last night. So anyways, it is what it is. Still a very nice day, $440 profit. Looking at our wins from yesterday, we did sweep our free picks, like I said. Jalen Duren and Michael Porter Jr., this was given away for free on YouTube. That one cashed us. Lori Marketing with Jalen Brown. This one was given away for free on YouTube. That one cashed us. I locked in, or no, it was Jalen. Yeah, that was it. It was marketing. I couldn't remember which one of these I gave for free. It was marketing and Brown. And then I locked in Jalen Johnson and Cooper Flag last night as well. 250 for 470 that cashed. Here's my dad's college basketball slip he cashed. SMU plus 2.5. He also cashed this nice little 5-man on Sleeper. So he killed that one. He's been hitting a lot of these lately. And then here's our 3 money lines. So yesterday was a very, very good day for me. Had a great day. Profited a lot yesterday. And hopefully we can keep that going into today. If you guys do want to get every single one of the picks, you can join our Discord. The Discord is free. Link to the Discord is in the description. If you want to get every single play that I'm personally posting, you want to tell them just like I play them, and which we've been way profitable for the last 2.5 months. We're up $14,304 with a 63.44% win rate. If you see people saying 85% win rate, 90% win rate, you might as well run. It does not happen. A 63% win rate is very hard to keep. Most cappers who play I'm just going to tell you, like, the best in the world have like a 60% win rate or 50+% win rate barely, and that's playing plus pretty much even odd plays. So 63% is very good at minus 160, minus 170. I'm okay with that. I'm not shooting for like some 75% hit rate, which is about impossible. just throwing it out there. But if you guys do want to get all the plays, the link to the WAP's in the description. It's $10 a week or $25 a month. We'd love to have you part of the community. You can get 20% off using code NBA. If you do, just let me know if you need help getting anything set up, and I'm more than happy to help you. Just send any questions in our Discord chat, and we'll answer them as thoroughly and as quickly as possible. But that being said, let me close out some of these tabs. And let's go ahead and jump into our picks for today. So the first game on the slate we have is going to be a two-team back-to-back game. We got the Knicks playing the Nuggets. Both teams played last night. Both of these teams are some of the best teams in the league, in my opinion. The Knicks are minus 218 at home. A 6.5 spread, a 226.5 total. Most of the money right now is going to be on the Knicks. Now let's take a look at these two teams. So the Nuggets got beat last night by the Pistons, which I did call this. I said I thought the Pistons were going to win. I was going to lock in some money on the Pistons, but the odds were too bad. They went from like minus 150 early in the morning to like minus 220 when I started looking at them. They ended at like minus 190 or something like that. So the Pistons got a little bit too juiced for me to take. I almost ended up running the Nuggets at plus 180 just because the odds went so far in the favor of the Pistons. But Pistons ended up beating them. Nuggets have lost 2 games in a row. The Knicks are on a 7-game win streak. The Knicks have looked dominant as of lately. They blew out the Wizards last night, which, I mean, that's pretty obvious. A lot of us probably saw that coming. But anyways, the Knicks won. They only played like 27 minutes for the starters. They're playing at home again against the Nuggets. The thing about the Nuggets is Jokic has been injured. Jokic has been limited. He's been playing bigger minutes, so his minutes were back up to normal as of lately, playing over 30 minutes per game. But will he play that same amount of minutes on the back-to-back? I don't know. I'm assuming he's going to get normal minutes. I don't know the status of or what the coaches have in store for him tonight. I do think the Knicks win this game. Looking at Denver, Tamar Bates is out, Aaron Gordon is out, and Cam Johnson is doubtful. On the Knicks side of things, you have a lot of questionable players. So Diawar's questionable, Josh Hart's questionable, McBride's questionable, McCullough's questionable, Mitchell Robinson is probable. So I don't think all these players are going to sit. I do think they're going to try to win this game. It's pretty much a playoff-style game when you look at these two teams. But anyways, I am on the Knicks tonight. They're minus 233. I'm not playing them at this odds. If I had to run a bet with the value where it is right now, I'd play the Nuggets just for the heck of it because the Nuggets can definitely beat this team. The Nuggets are a great team, and at plus 200, it's hard for me to ever fade them. So I'm just throwing that out there. So I do think the Knicks are going to win at home, but at the odds, it's just impossible for me to want to play them at that juiced of a play. So either play them in a parlay, either bet the Nuggets, or fade the game completely. That's my personal opinion. You can run the spread if you want. I don't like spreads on the NBA, man. So a lot of the times when you get a game, if it's a 6-point game, like, it's just coin flip in the last minute anyway because they're just going to keep fouling each other. One of them hits a game-winning 3, and it goes to overtime. You know, it gets very, very sweaty when it's a 6-point game in general. So, anyways, you can do what you want with that knowledge, make the bet that you want. Like I said, I think the Knicks win this game, but for the value, I would take the Nuggets. Next game on the slate, Timberwolves versus the Raptors. Raptors are plus 113 at home, a 1.5-point spread, a 225.5 total. Most of the money is going to be on the Timberwolves. Timberwolves are the better overall team, in my personal opinion. The Raptors have been a good team. I've actually called the Raptors early in the season. I thought they were going to be a good team. They have a 59% win rate. They've been playing very good basketball. The Timberwolves have a 61% win rate. They have won 4 of their last 5 games. They just got beat by the Grizzlies, which is a tough L. Now, right now, Anthony Edwards and Randall are both questionable for this Timberwolves team. Terrence Shannon is out. That's 2 big players. The 2 best players on their team are questionable. You have to wait for injury news before you make a bet on this game, in my personal opinion. Toronto is missing Hepburn and Jakob Poeltl. If they're both out, obviously they've been out for a while now, so this team is used to playing without them. Other than that, this Toronto team's fully healthy. They've been dealing with Barrett and Ingram and Quickly. All these guys having different injuries at different times, so they've been missing players a lot. But as of lately, fully healthy. They've been looking pretty decent. They've won 5 of their last 7 games. They're playing at home. The Raptors definitely have a shot in this if you want to play them for plus money. If Ant-Man and Randall both play, I got the Timberwolves to win. If one of these 2 sit, I think that Toronto can win this game, and I think they will. So that's my personal opinion. I'll be waiting for injury news on this game. Most of the money is going to be on the Minnesota side of things, so it's up to you if you want to tell them or not. I will say 83% of the money was on the Sixers last night on a back-to-back versus Golden State. Sixers were plus money. I wanted to bet on the Sixers so bad last night. We had our little one-on-one mentorship meeting last night, and I'm in the call with these guys, and I'm like, listen, I want to play the Sixers. I just cannot do it when they're on a back-to-back and 80+% of the money's on them at plus money. Because if they win, then Vegas loses a crap ton of money. And I was like, I just can't. As much as I think the Sixers are going to win with Curry and Butler and all these people out, I just can't make myself put money on them because I feel like it's just too risky. Sixers beat the brakes off of Golden State last night, so I should have done it. Should have trusted my gut. I also wanted to play the Bucks last night, and I didn't trust my gut for that. But anyways, do what you want with this, where the percent of the money's at. Sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't. Last night it didn't matter for the Sixers. Maybe it won't matter for Minnesota tonight. Next game on the slate is going to be the Pelicans versus the Bucks. Right now the Bucks are plus 163 underdogs at home. 4.5 spread, 222.5 total. Most of the money is going to be on the Bucks right now. I disagree with this completely. I am on the Pelicans 100% on this one. Bucks at plus money. I can understand when you're playing against the Pelicans because the Pelicans have a 25% win rate on the season. They have not won very many games. I understand why people are hesitant with them, but I think this Pelicans team has a lot of talent. I think this team could actually be good when they get a little bit of experience. They got some young players. I think the Pelicans can have a good team. I really do. Hunter Dickinson's questionable. DeJounte Murray is out. Other than that, I like the starting five roster of the Pelicans. I think they can keep it close with a lot of teams. They did just lose to the Hornets. They lost to the Sixers the game before that. The game before that, they beat Memphis. So the Pelicans did blow a 22-point lead versus Charlotte the other day for plus 200 odds. I had them in this game. It broke my heart, but it is what it is. They're playing against Milwaukee, who is on a back-to-back. They just beat the Bulls last night, 131-115. They are missing Giannis, obviously. Giannis is getting ready to be traded. Gary Harris questionable, Kevin Porter questionable, Bobby Portis questionable, Taurean Prince is out. These three players, all three sat last night. They might play tonight. If they play tonight, they're going to be on fresher legs. I don't know if they're going to be limited or anything like that. But regardless, even if they play, I'm still on the Pelicans right now. I'll wait for injury news because if they get ruled in, you're going to have better odds for the Pelicans. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll wait for that. I've got the Pelicans winning this game. I like Trey Murphy again. I think Trey Murphy pops off, and I think this game can stay competitive enough to where you can bet on player props as well. So that's what I got. Give me the Pelicans. Next game, Rockets versus Celtics. The Rockets are minus 186 underdogs or favorites at home. 5.5 spread, 217.5 total. Around a 50-50 split if you average out spread and money line where the money's out on these teams. More money on the Celtics at plus 190, but more money on Houston covering a 5.5 spread. 2025 season, both teams 65% win rate. This is overall. Now, you can look at the Rockets. The Rockets, dominant team, one of the best teams in the league, especially at home. Celtics have been playing freaking good, man. They just beat Dallas in Dallas. They beat Milwaukee. They beat Sacramento. They played last night, beat Dallas 110-100. They're going to be on tired legs, and they're playing against a fresh team at home. Now, you look at Houston at home. They have an 81% win rate. I'm pretty sure the Rockets have the best home team as of right now in terms of win rate. I think this 81% is the highest in the league right now. This team, maybe OKC's higher, maybe. I will check that here in just a minute. But yeah, the Rockets have been absolutely killing it. It's hard for me to I can't check OKC anyway because they're playing in San Antonio, so I can't check that in just a minute. But anyways, Rockets have been dominant. I don't expect the Rockets to get beat tonight. Right now, Boston, Chris Boucher's out or questionable. Vucevic, which you guys didn't know, Vucevic got traded for Anthony Simons and I think a draft pick or something like that. So Vucevic is now playing for Boston. He's questionable. Maybe he plays. And we'll see. So we'll talk about some trade here in a minute because we have a big game with some crazy trade news that we're going to talk about. But anyways, Vucevic now playing for Boston. He's questionable. Do I think he's going to play? Probably not, but we'll see. It's going to be a decent pickup for Boston. Houston has Steven Adams out for the rest of the season. Dorian Finney-Smith is out. Fred VanVleet is out. And Kevin Durant is probable. KD's supposed to play. I'm expecting them to play. I'm expecting them to beat Boston tonight. I like this game for Boston. Give me the Rock. I like this game. Rewind about 5 seconds. I do not like this game for Boston. I like this game for Houston. The O-N at the end of the teams mess me up, but give me the Rockets. The Rockets are going to win this in my opinion. The better team. They're the better team overall, and they're playing at home, and they're fresh. So there's no reason for me to want to go against Houston in this one. Give me Houston for minus 186. The line is a little bit juiced, but I'm okay with playing them at 186. I'll throw a unit on to win 170, 150 bucks. What at 150 to 170? I'm not sure exactly what the payout will be on that, but I'm okay with taking a little bit of a hit and a little bit more of a risk because the Rockets have cashed me so many times. I'm very confident in them, and they should cash, hopefully. Next game is going to be the Spurs versus the Thunder. Now, this is the game that we've all been wanting because the Spurs beat OKC in 3 straight games. The last game, OKC got their revenge and beat the Spurs. Now, they're playing again in San Antonio. The Spurs are plus 117 underdogs. 1.5 spread, 224.5 total. Right now, 60% of the money on OKC, 64% of the money on OKC covering the spread. These two teams, Thunder with a 78% win rate overall, Spurs with a 68%, Spurs with a 74% at home. Now, the Spurs team is just as good as OKC in my opinion. They've had their number all season other than the last game. You can look at the head-to-head matchup. They have played 4 games this season. 111 to 109, 130 to 110, 117 to 102, and then 119 to 98. So they got blown out in the last game. Now, looking at injury news, AJ Mitchell questionable, Nikola Topic is out, and Jalen Williams is out. For the Spurs, you got a questionable Castle. This is a big one for them. They're missing Jeremy Sohan, and Lindy Waters is out. So right now, Castle is a big piece to this. I still like the Spurs for plus money. Now, the thing about this right now is if you plan on playing the Spurs and Castle gets ruled out, you can get better value. If Castle gets ruled in, it might go in favor of the Spurs, and you're going to get the worst value. So you have to kind of take these injuries can sometimes mess up your odds. So, sometimes it's better to lock it in early. Sometimes it's better to wait. In this game, there's not any major injury news. I think even if Castle sits, I'm on the Spurs tonight just because of the back-to-back. I know OKC blew out Orlando, so it's one of those games where Shea only played 27 minutes last night. They didn't even play the fourth quarter, I don't think, at all. So it's one of those games they played they're on a back-to-back, but they didn't play a full game last night. So maybe they're okay. They're going to be fired up for this game for sure. They want to get their revenge again on the Spurs. You know they do. So it's going to be a good game. I got the Spurs here. I like the Spurs for plus money, and I'll probably be locking them in at that. Next game is going to be the Kings versus the Grizzlies. Most of the money going to be on the Kings. The Kings are minus 108 favorites at home, 1.5 spread, 230.5 total. When you look at these two teams, right now the Grizzlies have only won 1 of their last 7 games, whereas the Kings have lost, 9 straight games. The Kings have looked weak. Aldama's questionable. Kyle Anderson out. Brandon Clark out. Walter Clayton out. Zach Edey out. Taylor Hendricks out. John Morant out. Niang out. Scottie Pippen doubtful. Too many players. Keegan Murray out. Sabonis questionable for the Kings. Whether or not Sabonis plays doesn't matter to me. I like the Kings for even odds. I think they're due for a win. They're playing at home. The Grizzlies are not that good of a team in general. The Grizzlies are missing everybody. They just traded, Jared Jackson Jr., so they don't have JJ anymore, so that being said, we'll see what happens in this game. But for me, it's going to be Sacramento here. Give me the Kings to win this game. There's a lot of money on them for a reason, and I'm honestly with the public on this one. Last game on the slate's a big one. It's the Clippers versus the Cavs. Clippers are plus 117 underdogs at home. A 1.5 spread, a 222.5 total. 83% of the money on Cavs money line, as well as 86% on Cavs covering the spread, which to me is crazy. Looking at these two teams, Clippers have played great basketball lately. The Cavs as well, great basketball lately. These two teams are both on fire right now. This is going to be a good game in LA. Now, this is where it gets a little bit funny. So, if you didn't know, the Clippers just traded Harden to the Cavs in return for Garland and a first-round pick or second-round pick, something like that, some type of pick. So, anyways, Harden is doubtful. Evan Mobley out, Strus is out. So you got Harden over here. Then you got the Clippers, Garland. So they just traded 2 of their better players, serving pretty much the same role on both teams. I'd prefer to have Harden on my team personally. Garland a little bit younger, so obviously you got that going for you in the long run. But these two teams, both good teams. So if Harden was questionable a few minutes ago, by the way. So if Harden were to play, that would be funny. But he's not going to play most likely where they just got traded. I doubt he plays. If he did, like I said, that would be funny. But anyways, I do think that this game stays competitive. I like Kawhi Leonard here. Not many players from Cleveland that I like to bet on, but this game stays competitive, I think. I think this is a competitive game. I think that the Clippers can win this game at home if you want to play them for plus money. I'm kind of indifferent on this one. I don't know where I want to go in terms of what I want to bet on. Right now, most of the money's on the Cavs. I'm starting to lean Clippers slightly, but that's just because they're plus money. So anyways, that's what I got for these games. Let's go ahead and jump into some player props. I do want to say, if you guys do want to get a free month of our VIP, you can sign up for any of our partnered apps down in the description. The one that I pushed the most is the one that we swept the picks on last night, and I called it in the Discord last night. I said we are going to break this slump on parlay play today. Let's break the slump, and I'll show you guys right here because we hadn't been on a slump for parlay play. So let's break this parlay play slump. I posted 3 slips. All 3 of the slips cashed. I said, told you we're going to break the slump, sweep on parlay play. So if you guys do want to join parlay play, you can get a free month of our VIP, and you guys can get a deposit match up to $100. They will give you $5 for free when you sign up using code Fantasy Aces. You deposit $10 or more, they'll double whatever you deposit up to $100. and you get free VIP. It's a no-brainer. We'd love to have you part of the community. You can do that with any app in the description. There's Chalkboard, Sleeper, Parlay Play, Underdog, Better, Novig, or Dabble. Any of those 7 apps, they do stack. You can get up to 7 full months for free. So if you sign up, let me know, and we'll get you added. Let's lock in our slips live. I'm going to take a sip of my drink. And let's jump into pick number 1. So the first pick that I have is going to be a 3-man. So we're going to do a 3-man slip, and we're going to do a 2-man slip, both for double-ups. The first one's going to be for Trey Murphy. I'm running Trey Murphy again. I know I played him a lot lately. He's been very consistent. And even though he's had a couple of games, I'm playing him for 18 points, he's had a few games lately where he's went under in his last 10. He's averaging 20 points per game, right at 21 points. His field goal attempts is what stays consistent. He's averaging 19. Some of these games are getting over 20. He's getting 15 in a few games, but he's still shooting a lot of shots. And when you look at his three-point made, 10 of them are threes. When you're shooting 19 shots per game with 10 threes per game, 18 points is not a lot. So the volume itself makes me want to play him. He averages 23 points over his last 20 games, a 70% hit rate, 18 field goals, and 10 threes every single game. Very consistent lately, shooting a lot of shots. I'm perfectly fine with playing Trey Murphy at 17.5 points for as long as he continues having shot volume like this. There's no reason not to. Yes, you're risking if he has a bad game like he did in some of these. They get blown out, whatever, then yes, you got to worry about it. But this is a game where I think they win. This is a game where they keep it competitive for sure. They're going against a team that gives up middle of the pack in points. I like Trey Murphy here, so not much more that needs to be said. If you don't like Trey Murphy, you can fade him. You can play Sadiq Bey. You can play whoever you want, but I like Trey Murphy, and I'm locking him in. I like him for up to 20 points if you want to play him for 20. 18 has been that consistent number for me, and I'm cool with playing it. Who am I pairing Trey Murphy with? I'm going to pair Trey Murphy with Jalen Brunson, first of all. So I'm taking Brunson versus the Nuggets. I think this game stays competitive. I have the Knicks winning in a very unconfident choice, but give me Brunson for 29.5 PRA. Now, there's 2 props that I was looking at for Brunson. I was looking at 24.5 points, which is a normal line for him. If you lock in his points, let me show you something. If we pull Brunson up, put his points right here, you can lock in these 2 for a 2.1x. Very, very simple. You can just lock in Brunson at points. Now, Brunson's shot volume has not been there as of lately. You come down here and look at his last 10 games, look at his field goal attempts, 16.8 attempts. He's got some games 15, 16, 13. Not shooting as many shots as of lately. You look at him on the season, he averages 20.6 attempts. So his shot volume is way down as of late. You see his mid-20s, it's come way down. That worries me slightly that he's not going to take as many shots. If I thought he was going to shoot 20-plus shots, which I honestly feel like he's going to take a lot of shots tonight, then I would play his points, and it's probably going to be the better value at 24.5 points, because if you looked at it a couple of weeks ago, 24.5 points was a 1.2x. Brunson was good for 25 points about every single game. That was the Goblin line. Now that's his regular line just because of the shot volume. So I ended up taking his PRA at 29.5 because it's just going to be more consistent. Even if he drops 20 points, he can still cash this. He's been getting a lot of assists, and it's a game that's going to be competitive, so I'm okay with that. But regardless, Brunson for either of those lines I'm okay with taking, and I'll probably end up playing both of them. So just throwing that out there. I'll probably end up playing Brunson points myself if you would rather play that one. But I got Brunson for 29.5 PRA, and then I locked it in for the last one is going to be with Jamal Murray. Now, this is the sweatiest one of the 3 in my personal opinion. Jamal Murray for 18 points. Now, you say that Murray's averaging 26 points per game over his last 10 games. He's averaging 27 over his last 20 games. He's been smashing this line. He smashed it all season. They do have Jokic back. Even with Jokic playing, he's still been, like last night, he had 32 points versus Detroit. This is a game where he's still shooting, or not this is a game. This is a game that should be competitive, first of all, but they've been averaging 19.6 field goal attempts per game. Even with Joker back, he's had 16 to 17 per game every single game, and I'm expecting at least 18 points from him. Head-to-head versus the Knicks, he's played well versus the Knicks. The only game he played was a few days ago where he had 33 points with 25 field goal attempts, and I don't think Joker played that game. Yeah, Joker did not play that game. Without Joker, he's hit his 11 of 12 games. So obviously, with Joker in, loses a lot of usage. I told you, I don't know what Joker's minutes is going to be tonight, just because he's on a back-to-back and he's coming off that injury. So we'll see what happens. But I like Jamal Murray for 18 points. I'm willing to take a chance on him tonight. If you prefer to play just the point line without Jamal Murray, you can. This gives you a 1.94x for these 3. I think they're all decently safe props, and I like them a lot. So I'm going to lock them in as slip number 1. Track picks, I'm going to refresh, show you guys know it's legit. And you can see we locked in Jalen Brunson, Jamal Murray, and Trey Murphy, if you guys do want to tell it. So that's slip number 1. For the second slip of the day, the first pick that I'm going to have is going to be for our man Brandon Ingram. I'm taking Ingram versus the Timberwolves. Ingram's line is kind of like Brunson's. They brought his lines down and gave you a regular payout. And it's just because they are fully healthy. His lines are not the same. It used to be 29.5 PRA was a like goblin for him, and now it's his regular line. Right now, his 17.5 points. He's cashed this in 9 of his last 10 games. He's cashed it in 76% of the games on the season. So I'm looking at this. He's averaging 17.8 field goal attempts. He's had 23 and 19 in his last 2 games with a fully healthy team going against Minnesota. This is a team that they can honestly keep competitive with. I expect Toronto at home to play well. I like this line, 18 for Ingram when he's shooting, like I said, 18 shots per game. All he has to do is make half of them and he cashes this. No free throws at all. He still cashes this if he makes half of them, which I know 50% is a good field goal percentage. But he's still taking 3-point attempts. He's still getting free throws. Like, I feel like 18 points is just too low, so I'm willing to play Ingram at that line. So let's pull Brandon Ingram up. 17.5 points is going to be the line that I'm rolling with. If you prefer his PRA, you can get his PRA at 29.5 for a regular line. I don't dislike that at all. I don't dislike it at all. I think that's a decent play. But I do like his 18 points a little bit better. That's why I locked it in. Who am I pairing Ingram with for the second slip? I'm going to pair him with our man Kawhi. I'm taking a chance on Kawhi Leonard tonight. I think with no Harden, Kawhi is going to have to step it up. He's going to play in against Harden's new team. This game is a game the Clippers can win. 34.5 PRA is the line I'm looking at. He's cashed it 7 of his last 10 games. He's cashed it 67% of games on the season. Head-to-head, he missed it his only game this season versus the Cavs. Now, you're looking at his last 20, 75% hit rate, averaging 40 PRA per game. They're missing Harden once again. He's been playing good basketball. Kawhi's been popping off. He's averaging 20.1 field goal attempts per game. So I'm expecting him to have another good game tonight. I think this game stays competitive, like I said. So give me Kawhi for 34.5 PRA. This is going to be pretty much a regular line if you want to lock it in. So we're going to right here, 34.5, a 1.3x gives you a 1.86x. And this was a 1.55x or something a few minutes ago, so it has actually come down. But still, I like the value here. I'm okay with playing it, and I'm going to lock it in 250 to win 465. So let's lock it in. Those are the 2 slips I got for today. Brandon Ingram with Kawhi Leonard, Brunson, Murray, and Murphy, if you want to tell these plays. If you want to mix the plays around, play them how you want, you go right ahead and do it. Hopefully we can cash out. Once again, join the Discord if you haven't already. That's going to be the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys cash every single slip. Once again, if you need help with anything, just send me a message on Discord, and I'll help you out in any way that I can. But I'll see y'all in the next video after hopefully we sweep these free picks.